Hello, everybody. I'm so excited to be here with you and to shout out my gals that maybe are in the mature skin category. So, as you jump on, say hey, let me make sure that I'm live in the right group. It always terrifies me in the beginning because I'm like, did I go live in the wrong group? Anyway, my name is Lori. I'm 51 years old. And I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about why mascara was made for us. I know you young girls can wear whatever you want. But I'm telling you right now, this was made for our wiggly skin. Contouring was made to lift our face up. I promise you, it will take 10 years off of your face when you get it right. So I'm going to talk to you. I've got 5 or 6 tips. And I'm going to just kind of blaze through because you guys have already seen a basic hack and stuff, but I'm going to show you a couple of little tricks for us gals over 40 or 50 or 60 or 70 because my mom and her sisters that are in their 70s love it. Love it. Sorry, my dog's panting around the house. So you guys, all right, first off, let's talk about what happens to our skin when we get older. Do you have dry skin or oily skin? There's a couple of different tips that your artist will be able to help you with to make sure that you know how to set the makeup properly and have it be beautiful on your skin. What I like to do, now that my skin has been normalized because of the Milk Moisturizer, in the morning before I put my makeup on, I spritz with the Milk Toner, and that's all my skin needs, okay? And then I go in and do my makeup, all right? Everybody's skin is a little bit different. If you're super dry, you may want the Milk Moisturizer first. Many times underneath my eyes, I get really dry, so I wanna keep my under eyes hydrated really well so that they don't show the wrinkles as much, right? Because wrinkles is kind of dry, wiggly skin. So keep it moisturized. So take a little Milk Moisturizer under there and then let it sit. I want you to let that magic sit on your skin for 10 to 15 minutes. Do your hair or whatever, or brush your teeth, do whatever you need to do, but let that sit on your skin, and that's when you'll get some really good magic. Now, I just want to get real with you just for a minute. As we get older, sometimes we get furry on our face. We get a little hairy, okay? Shave your faces, ladies. I'm telling you right now. I can tell you this, maybe your artist is a little shy, but I'm telling you, shave your face, okay? This little tool right here, it's I don't know, it's $10 or $15 or whatever. It's got these little razor blades, and it's a miniature shaver like your husband uses. And I want you to shave off that furriness off your face, okay? Super important, all right? It happens when you're young too. I didn't really notice it until I got older. So, yeah, so shave your face, try the toner before you do your makeup. Many times gals will use the Stay Spray as a primer before you put your makeup on. My skin loves the makeup, so I don't put the Stay Spray on first. All right, let's do some hacking here. So when you're doing your face and you have wiggly skin, you can't swipe, okay? It just doesn't work. No swiping can happen, okay? Because it just wiggles all over. And so you've got to do more dabbing. Now, I have this big red cherry nose that likes to happen, and then my chin gets really red. So I'm taking a color called Aspen, and I'm putting Aspen on my chin and nose. Now, Aspen is a contour color. I know it seems crazy, but it takes away the redness. Honestly, it does a really good job. The makeup does a really good job covering it, but that's just a little tip that I've used. So these are the tips that your artist can help you with, okay? So stay in contact with her. communicate with her about things that are working or aren't working. They have all these little tricks in the back of their mind, but they're not going to overwhelm you right up front with them. Okay? So like, just trust your artist that she'll work through all the troubleshooting in the beginning. And as we're older, like, we've got all sorts of different issues going on. Many of us have melasma, we have age spots, we have lots of different freckling and things down here in our chest and neck. That's why this makeup was made for us. Well, one of the reasons why. Because now we're not putting one layer of makeup on our face. We're using multiple colors so that everything matches. Okay? It's amazing. So I'm going to contour first. And I like to teach you this first because I want you to remember this makeup was made to go on in one thin layer. No reason to be putting products where they don't need to be. You just want to put them where they're supposed to be and where they give you, like, the light pulls forward and the dark recedes. So I'm going to go in with my contour, and because I have like a really long thin face, I don't want to bring the contour down, okay, because that pulls my face down. I really want to lift it up. If you have like a rounder face, you may want to contour down a little bit, okay? And I believe they have a contour person coming, I don't know who it is, that is going to talk to you about like contouring, and I'm sure that they'll touch on this. Now, when you are contouring your cheeks and you have like mature skin, everything starts to fall, right? We're going to kind of push it all back up again. So one of the most important things for mature skin is not to contour too low, because that pulls your skin down, right? And then again, up here on the forehead, it's kind of the same way that everybody else does it. Our forehead doesn't usually get too wiggly, so I can be kind of messy up there, and it's just fine. So start at the top here of your ear, and I want you to kind of come down and hug that cheekbone, okay? Again, I'm really like, I don't have a lot of volume here. And then this situation starts to happen right here, okay? So we're gonna kind of hide that. Again, another reason why this makeup was made for us. We're gonna give ourselves that jawline that maybe we haven't had in a while, okay? So, and don't worry, see how I came up too high? It'll be fine. You can't mess this makeup up. I'm telling you right now, it blends out so good. Oh, good, you're gonna talk about contouring. Yay, Michelle, I'm so happy because there is a lot of detail that comes with contouring, but I don't want you ladies to be afraid of it, okay? It's really super easy. Okay, now I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna put my highlight everywhere else on my face where I don't have the contour, okay? So think of it that way. If you do the contour first, then you know exactly where to put the highlight, okay? So I am a mixer, okay? I have a couple of different colors that I go between. So these two colors, this is amber and candlelit, depending on what's going on with my skin, whether or not I'm tan or fair in the winter. And then I have this color that's called Aura that I put underneath my eyes to brighten. So you can see many times as we get older, we have puffy skin underneath our eyes. We have lots of wrinkles and things. We're gonna make that disappear. Oh my gosh. That's like the nicest thing that anybody could say to me today. That's so nice. Okay, I'm using what I like to call the butt end of the 30-second hack brush. And I'm just gonna kind of start putting this on. Now, one of the things about the makeup is as it warms up on your skin, it becomes very easy to blend, okay? So don't be afraid to just like slap it on and then let it sit for a little bit, okay? And as it warms up, I swear the makeup gets better the longer it's on your face. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with Aura and I'm gonna go in this triangle underneath, and I'm literally just patting underneath my eye, okay? Now, sometimes I'll go in and color correct if I have a lot of blue here. I'll go in and color correct with a color called Frenchie. Many times people will color correct with Mango. And again, this is why Kara released this makeup to the artist so that we can take care of each other, okay? I'm just going to take a little bit of Aura and put it right here between my eyes because I really want people to look at my eyes and not at my wrinkles and not at this stuff that's happening, okay? This is all optical illusion stuff here. We are creating an optical illusion, all right? So next thing I want to talk to you guys about, as this is warming up on my skin, many of the young girls like to set with a lot of powder, okay? Powder is not always our friend as we get older. Again, because we get the wrinkles underneath our eyes. If we pack the powder on, like with this brush, which is called the Power Powder Brush, which I absolutely love because it, for one thing, it like taps really well and blends out really well. But many of the girls will press the powder in under their eyes. You probably can't do that when you're older, okay? You just can't, because it'll dehydrate your eyes as the day goes on. It may look really good as you're doing it, but about 4 hours down the road, I promise you, it won't be good, okay? So the other thing is if you're noticing that the wrinkles are showing up more with the makeup, it's just a color issue. That's something that can very easily be fixed. We like to kind of push the bar with brightening underneath the eyes, but if we go too far, it can not be good, okay? So we just back it off again. But we want to really give you the most brightening that you can possibly get with the makeup, okay? So be very, very careful with powder. It doesn't mean you can't set with a little bit of powder. I love to use the Stay Spray, lacquer it on, and then I like to go in after my Stay Spray is on with the small end of the B squared, and I'm just going to kind of make sure and blend everything upwards, okay? Again, we're trying to lift those cheeks up. Always blend up, okay? And then, you're so cute. Oh, I know. It's the situations that happen with our skin when we get a little bit older. It's hard. It's hard, and everybody's going to have to go through it. So we might as well tell everybody how to fix it and like create those optical illusions. Now, yeah, the Stay Spray is a must, okay? Now I'm going to go in with a couple of blushes. Let's talk about blush really quick. So this is my personal palette. I'm high maintenance. I like to go in with this color called Sandstone because like this is like the color of fall, right? Always blend up. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of Sandstone and I'm going to place it right above my contour and blend it back. Okay, now when you smile and you put it right here on the apple of your cheek, that's great. But as we get older now, when I don't smile, everything falls, right? Like, whoop. So we don't want to put the blush too low, but we don't want to put it too high either, okay? So you really want to keep that triangle underneath your eyes as clear as possible. So just try and keep that blush right above the contour and blend it backwards. Now, for us older ladies, we lose that really pretty shine in our skin. We don't have that, like, we get dull, okay? We get dull and wiggly and saggy, and that just happens. So I really want to brighten my face up. So I'll put that Sandstone on, and I love it, right? But then I like to go over it with something a little bit brighter. I'm gonna go over it with Dahlia, okay? And I'm just gonna barely pop that color. Barely, like I'm hardly putting any on there. But what that does is it like wakes your face up, okay? So just because we're older doesn't mean we can't enjoy like a really pretty blush. It actually keeps us younger, okay? So don't be afraid to use Dahlia, Frenchie, the new Cindy one that's coming up is amazing and beautiful. Okay, let's talk about Illuminator, okay? Illuminator is like, for us ladies that are a little bit older, if you have a lot of wrinkles underneath your eyes, you're gonna wanna stay away from the shine, okay? Stay away from anything that has too much sparkle where you have wrinkles, okay? So I'm gonna take this brush, which is the Best Blend Forever. Is that right? See, it's late for me, people. It's bedtime, right? Us old ladies, we need to go to bed early. Anyway, okay, here we go. I'm gonna go in with Glamazing, okay? because glazing is really what it is. And I'm going to put it on this end of this brush, and I'm going to be very careful where I place it. So if you smile, don't put the glazing where there's wrinkles. Kind of keep it right below. See that? And all that's going to do is bring a little bit more attention. It gives us one more lift, okay? And if you're afraid of the shine, I want you to steer clear of the powder illuminators and stick with like honey or rose gold. They're amazing, okay? Just very careful. I put a little on my lip, a little down my nose, okay? Now, I did part of my eyeshadow and I didn't finish it because I really wanted to show you guys a couple of other really cool tricks. So, the young girls like to really put that shine, that really pretty sparkle, right? Right here. If your eyes are wrinkly, okay, we don't want to add any more shine there, okay? So what I like to use is another cream highlight color, and I use Moonlit. You could use Linen or whatever is really light on your skin. I go in with my detail hack brush, kind of the little flat paddle end, and I'm going to dip into that and I'm going to brighten right here without adding shine. And again, because our eyes are dry and wrinkly, right? We like the creams. It's the moisture that our eyes need to stay hydrated. See how pretty that is? And it's not sparkly. Okay? So, other side, and I'm just gonna kind of tap that in. This is where you can kind of hide that gray and purple. And then I like to put it underneath my brow, kind of highlight my brow bone. Again, see how like I have like a lot of skin. It's kind of like a hooded eye, a deep set eye. If I take and put too much brightener here, it pulls it forward, okay? And so if you have a hooded eye, you don't really want to put really white, shiny on it. It'll pull it forward, right? And make your eye look more hooded. So keep that in mind, okay? Keep that in mind as you're doing your eyeshadow, no matter what shape of eye you have. If you have that hooded eye, be careful with this brow bone and don't like watch. If I put this, I'll do it wrong on this side and put it all there. See how much far more forward it pulled my eye? Okay, so you don't necessarily want that. Don't worry though, because it's cream, we can blend it out, all right? So when you're doing your eyeshadow, and many of us with mature eyes, we struggle with eyeshadow, right? It's hard for us. Our eye shape has changed. We have wrinkles. We can't add the sparkle everywhere on our eyes. I want you to be very careful with the sparkle. Doesn't mean you can't wear it. It just means you have to be a little bit more careful where you put it, okay? So like one of my favorite things to do on my lid right here is I like to go in with a color called Peppa. Oh boy, oh, here it is. No, this one is Sabrina, and that's fine. And I'm just gonna pat it right here on my lid, okay? And that's the only place I'm gonna put it, all right? So choose your sparkle and just place it where there aren't wrinkles on your lid, okay? Big point, okay? So, and you guys, like this right here is ginger and it's got a little sparkle in it, okay? Doesn't mean we can't have it. It just means that if I try to wear like this color right here, which I love, and I can't even remember what it is, if I put that on my eye, like the wrinkles like, whoa, get really big, okay? So just keep that in mind when you're shopping for your eyeshadow. And then like I like to put a little Frenchie on my lips, a little sandstone. That's it. That's it, you guys. That's all I got for you. Make sure you get your skin prepped, shave your face, make sure you press instead of swipe, be careful with powder. Oh, use mid-tone eyeshadows. Try not to go like gray or black or even dark purple sometimes, because we're already like not as bright. We really want to warm the face up with like a really pretty warm eyeshadow. So keep that in mind when you're choosing, and be careful with the sparkle. And that's it, you guys. So the next gal coming up is Ashley. She's going to do a really fun fall eyeshadow for you guys. And please let me know if you have any questions. I'm sure your artist will be here to answer questions, but I'm also here, and I'm happy to help. So you guys have a fun night, win some prizes, and you guys tune in for Ashley. Refresh your screen. She's coming on next.